I haven't even told many people this yet, but my goal and something that I would work until my hands bleed on is I want this hotel open July 4th of next year. By July 4th, 2021, I'm hoping we have a grand opening party of the new American Hotel. And a lot of you can hopefully join at that point. So it's been about 2 weeks since the American Hotel burned down. And admittedly, that first week was really hard. It was one that, I don't know, I don't think I've ever been through a traumatic event like that. To see that burn down in front of you, it was pretty raw. It was pretty difficult. The first couple days I just stayed in my house, didn't really do much. But I want to speak over a positive note. Over the past 2 weeks since this happened, we've seen an outpouring of support. We've had 150 people volunteer to help out, money on GoFundMe, letters of support, all sorts of great stuff. And after I kind of hibernated for the first week, that weekend, even the first weekend, we had 7 people up here helping move sheet metal, scrap out of the way. The next week was full of just a lot of paperwork and bureaucracy type stuff. We had a number of fire investigators come out. The conclusion seems to be that we had old wiring, and one specific wire that the fire investigator found was a contracting wire that was running directly from the box in something called a double lug, where I guess they put it on a breaker that already existed. They brought it down, they had spliced it into a smaller wire to run smaller wire around, and in that splicing that kept being reduced, I guess caused a lot of heat, which heated up some stuff and caused the fire ultimately. I feel like I'm a lot better place than I was, when I put out the last video. It's been one where now it's just part of Cerro Gordo's past and we're trying to look to the future. And so if I'm looking to the future and I'm looking to positives, we have the original blueprints of the hotel. They were going to do a remodel in the late 90s and they created the exact floor plans, so luckily we have those. The original plans of the bar, so the beautiful bar that was in the hotel, as you went in and you looked to your left, you would see it. We have those plans and we have the guy willing and ready to rebuild that once we have the building. We have the support from the county. The county has been very sympathetic and understanding so far. We've met with a number of officials there, and they also want to see this thing come back to life quick. We have the support of a lot of our followers. A lot of you have come out and helped move stuff or donated money or bought some merchandise to help to rebuild, and that's been fantastic as well. We have a clear direction now. Before we were doing a lot of different projects, and that was important to get a lot of things done, but now it's a very clear focus. The American Hotel has to be rebuilt, and so everything that we're doing is laser focused in on that. And for me, what it's done is just even further emphasized my dedication to the place. Even if I have to be up here 12 hours a day working in the middle of the snow or whatever I have to do, we're gonna do it. My hope is that in 300 years from now, Cerro Gordo is still here. And at that point, the hotel will be 300 years old. Yes, the rest of the buildings will be 400 years old, but it'll still be a really old town, and this town will still exist for people to come, learn about its history, learn about its impact in Los Angeles and California as a whole. And, there's a responsibility there now. We have to rebuild this thing and we have to get it back up. And so I've been working pretty hard on, directly in the dirt, moving sheet metal, to working with architects, to working with planners, to get the plans in, to get the permits that we need. So it's been a non-stop couple weeks, but I'm feeling a lot better about it. And that's a pretty good thing. And as far as what needs to be done now, the plan as it stands is this. There's a lot of moving pieces, but we're clearing the site. We're going to clear the site of all the large debris now that all the investigations are done. This will eventually get all pushed in. This will become a parking lot for the Place House. But some of these stoves are pretty heavy, and it's not a lot of fun, picking up, moving, and dumping a building you love. But hopefully one day, we can move these down, create a flat area, maybe even a new building. Move that to a landfill. We're going to then comb through the ashes to make sure we don't lose any artifacts. It's 4 days after the fire put out. I've been putting dirt on it every day. And still, 4 days later, I'm keeping a close eye, and I'm not really going to sleep. I'm just putting dirt and dirt and dirt on it, but it just won't go out. Original nails from it. I got this magnet. I'm trying to just, pick up some nails and stuff. So comb through them with magnets and rakes and make sure that we get everything out of there. We're gonna preserve as absolutely much as we can. I'd love to work in some of the old charred wood into the new flooring as kind of a nod to what happened. Looks like some of the original floor that was preserved. I'll try to dig that out, see how much of it is preserved, because that would be amazing to put into the new hotel. Then we're going to dig a little bit. You have to think, this is a section of earth that hasn't been uncovered in 150 years. Directly next to the hotel, there used to be a dump. And so, we've had a number of archaeologists reach out. We're going to do a very coordinated and planned dig to hopefully unearth some artifacts that otherwise wouldn't have been found. And go in a little room of the new hotel is something that people can learn from as well. After we do the dig, obviously by then, hopefully our plans are approved by the city so we can start rebuilding this hotel. And we'll rebuild the hotel. We will hopefully have a foundation of some type poured by this winter. That's my goal. I haven't even told many people this yet, but my goal, and something that I would work until my hands bleed on, is I want this hotel open July 4th of next year. By July 4th, 2021, I'm hoping we have a grand opening party of the new American Hotel. And a lot of you can hopefully join at that point. It's gonna be a ton of work. It's not gonna be easy. We don't have approved plans. We don't have the money for it. We don't even have the site cleared yet. And so that's it, July 4th, 2021. I'm kind of obsessed now with getting the hotel open by then and getting it open safely. One of the silver linings, if we're looking at silver linings, nobody got hurt. That's really important. It was a really scary time, but luckily nobody got hurt. We've already had 4 electricians come and walk the property with us and point out any problematic things. I've ordered the county. We've already gotten electrical permits to replace a lot of that wiring. We're actually replacing the wiring as we talk now, doing everything that we can to never have a fire up here again. Fires are a huge part of ghost towns, unfortunately. This town used to have 500 different buildings, and now it has 20. And so we're reinforcing some of the structures that may have been falling down. We're putting in water prevention systems. We're working with a lot of different people to come up with a lot of ideas of how to do that. I've even been looking into purchasing a fire truck. There's a bunch of them on Facebook, weirdly enough. And so, if nothing else, to have some type of thing to do, heaven forbid anything like this happens here again. So that's kind of the plan of the next year. It's going to be a lot between now and July 4th of next year. It's not even 12 months we have to work with, and we need to clear the site, get permits, get money, and rebuild this thing. But like I said, I'm obsessed. This is the only thing I'm working on. I'm going to put everything that I can into making that happen. I'm hoping to put a lot more updates on here, not just about the hotel that we're working on, but the rest of the property as well, like I was doing before, maybe even weekly updates. So if you want to help, subscribe to this channel. It does mean a lot. It helps get the word out there about what we're doing. Comment below if you want a specific video or to look around or have any questions about it. We have a GoFundMe link. If you have any extra cash, every single dollar is going to go into the hotel. If you want to volunteer, if you have an extra truck, even some pair of hands or a specific skill you might want to volunteer, we need all the volunteers we can get. I'll throw a link below where you can sign up for different volunteer elements. And beyond that, all the funds from our store go directly into the American Hotel. And so we have bandanas that have the American Hotel on it, coins, shirts. We even have original nails from the hotel, 100-year-old nails that we're trying to sell to raise some money. But I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for the support so far. It's been a little bit more of a roller coaster than I would have hoped for early on in the channel, but hoping over the next year to show some cool stuff. We'll be doing the dig, the rebuilding, the renovation of all the other projects. So there should be some cool stuff coming. Hope you stick with it. Check us out. And a year from now, I hope, to be sitting on the bar in the new hotel, celebrating the fact that we got it done. See you guys later, and thanks for all the support.